What up, Search fam? Sharde here. Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, it's Tuesday. Last week I was not in for the Tuesday tea session because y'all, I couldn't get myself in the mood to film. So if you all don't know, and to be very transparent with you, I shoot my Tuesday tea sessions, usually try to do them in batches. So as I am thinking and going through my day, like things will come up, I'll be experiencing things in my life, and I'm like, oh, this is something that I want to talk to my family about. So I'll, make a note of it, script it somewhat, and then get in front of the camera and free flow for, a few episodes, and I will shoot them all at once. And that did not happen because I have been experiencing a lot of burnout, and I've been talking about burnout for a couple of years now. But sometimes, I say that to say sometimes you just have to be okay with stopping. And I know there are just so many times that we continue to push ourselves because that's the expectation. Society has society sort of proffers this disposition where we feel like our value is in what we do. A helpful writing on this perspective that I have picked up multiple times over my academic study has been The Protestant Ethic and the Pursuit of Capitalism by Max Weber. Max Weber was a sociologist from the late 20th, early 21st century. He was, I want to say, German, could be wrong. I don't remember right at the moment. But he argues essentially that the sort of capitalist structure that we live in today, especially in the United States, has been put forth by Protestantism, the religious denominational umbrella, right? And in Protestantism, your work is essentially how you get closer to holiness or heaven, whatever the case may be. But what this has done is to create a social structure in which the capitalist system meritizes work, and that one's ability to work determines their worth as a human being. Because of that, we have this whole generations of people who are all about hard work, pulling yourself up by your bootstraps, etc., whatnot. And you are feeding into this system that can never be satiated, that you are constantly working, and you are working to prove that you're human, that you're valuable. And so I find myself falling into this all of the time. And social media does not help that. If you are a content creator, you are making your whole ability to sustain yourself off of the work that you do, and being able to continually, produce and reach your followers, the communities you're building, etc. And it dehumanizes us. It makes us feel like we don't have room for rest. We don't have room to slow down or to stop and take breaks. I've been talking to one of my best friends a lot because she's studying for the bar. I just finished my PhD, and I have turned toward becoming a creative entrepreneur. Not to say that I've been at this creative entrepreneurship thing for at least the last 2 to 3 years. I've actually had my YouTube channel for maybe like 5 to 6 years. And it is hard because everybody pushes the importance of consistency, which consistency is important. If you want to make any sort of progress, you have to put consistent effort into it. However, when it comes to, I do wonder whether the consistency that we're being pushed to do is to the detriment of the reality of human need for rest and the actual realities that we experience of when things shift in our lives. I feel like we hold on to the things that we are doing past their expiration, because it seems as though we don't have room to rest and reset. We don't have room to pivot, if it's not in like this super productive, immediate kind of way, when a lot of things in life happen a lot more slowly. And sometimes you can't just switch gears, but you have to stop, step back, reset, and then reapproach, which is probably a whole nother thing that I could talk about. But I've been struggling with this idea of the slowness required and more importantly, the gentleness required when you are trying to back yourself away from constantly producing. And that constant production is dangerous, because I am completely convinced that it is demeaning and it's dehumanizing, because it turns us into machines when we are people. And that's what I've been thinking about, how it is so important to know when to stop and when to step back and break. And I've had moments in my YouTube journey where I have had to step back, and I've let you all know, like, I took a break, whether forced or and it's usually forced. It's either I just can't produce, or something else more pressing has to take precedence over, this. And I want to assure you that if you feel like you are in need of the space to clearly think, that it's okay for you to take steps back and to do that. That makes you no less productive, no less consistent, no less amazing at what you have the capacity to do. But what it does make you is human, and it makes you powerful, because what you are doing is asserting the fact that you have this control. And I feel like we often feel like we are out of control of things once the ball is going. So do know that wherever you are in your journey, you hold the control, you hold the power to decide how your life can be. And if your journey is pushing you towards slower pace, pushing you towards pausing, that is something to be honored, and that exercising that intuitive push for less is magical. It's necessary, and what it does, it helps to propel you forward in ways that you don't even know is happening. And I speak from this because it's what I presently am going through. I express these things to you, and I sit down and have these chats of the things that I'm presently going through, and things that are in my mind, in an effort to make sure that somebody else does not feel like they're alone. Because sometimes seeing other people moving fast, or seeming to move fast, seeing people grow and be able to do the things that you think you would like to do, and you're wondering why it's taking you so long, it is isolating. And you should not feel that you are alone in this process. Like, I am with you in this process, because I experience it. You're experiencing me experience it in real time. I hope that it's helpful. I don't know if it will be, but I felt the need to say it, so I did. As always, friends, my dear ones, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend about the channel, and if this has helped you, maybe it'll help somebody else. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.